Who's banging on the door?
John Stonehouse.
Matthew, I'd like to start with you. In this day and age, I don't think it would be at all easy to stage your own death. Do you think that?
I think if you've got enough money, you can do it. And I read about it, weirdly. You can pay somebody, well, no, I listened to a podcast about it. I think you have to pay a firm and they'll do it for you, but you might have to have a bit of plastic surgery, but they can erase your digital history. But it's it's like 100 grand.
Yes, indeed. I wonder if you made a point of psychoanalyzing him just for yourself.
No, I just sort of jumped in and did what he did in the script, and then inevitably things come out and you start. It wasn't useful for me to psychoanalyze him. What's useful is just to do what he does, and then you sort of start thinking, oh, this is, and that sort of behaviors lead to other behaviors and other ways of playing scenes. And
First rung on the ladder.
Who knows where it will lead? I'd like to open a new account.
Now, Kevin, you're playing Harold Wilson, who is a very recent, extremely well-known person. And I wonder if that added some responsibility to you.
I do feel a sense of responsibility to his legacy. But I didn't have to think about that too much because I grew up with him as my prime minister. And so he is firmly entrenched in my transom. So I felt that I didn't have to think too much about the impression because I used to do it at school, and I could get on with the way I was serving the story for and with Matthew and the director.
I just really enjoy, well, I'll come to this later, but his empathy I thought was spectacular. I don't remember that much about Harold Wilson, but I guess that was a trait of his. If he had been allowed and not hampered by some unfortunate events, and particularly what we suffer with today, anything that is left-leaning or in some way democratic is hampered by a very hostile media, I think he would have had a greater legacy. And I was really pleased that John Preston showed that what a bitter and diminished man he'd become by the end of his premiership.
Unfortunately, I have to go away.
It is now 5 days since the Labour MP, John Stonehouse, disappeared off this beach in Florida.
Matthew, you are married to Keely Hawes. She plays your wife. Did that present challenges?
it was lovely. It was really, really lovely. It was a treat. Partly because we got to spend time together. I'm doing the show here, and I'm in the States, and it's a big chunk. It's half the year, really. So it was really nice to go to work together.
Might give the others ideas.
He's always been a very strong swimmer.
You let us believe that you were dead.
You see, we have reason to suppose that this isn't your real name.
Also, I was kind of wondering about the Stonehouse family that's left behind. I don't know how many there are or their ages or anything, but did you feel, Matthew, a responsibility to them at all, or how did you handle it? No. Okay. Yeah.
Only because you have to, as an actor, I can't. I've got to just play what's in front of me, and so you trust in your reading of the script and whether you think it's fair and balanced, and and you also trust in the producers and the writer, and that it's all okay.
I would just like to ask you to, if you could just briefly say something about streaming and how it's changed your trajectory or the way you work.
I don't think it changes the way we work. I don't think. Would you agree, Kevin? I mean, the nuts and bolts.
Yeah, not at all. No, it's all the same. Filming is the same the world over. China, Korea. It's a crew is a crew anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's probably. I mean, the landscape has changed. Leaving drama school now is a totally different. I mean, I left 20 odd years ago. But now it's, the idea to get a job in it. There's so much happening and so much shooting at the moment.
There's a greater likelihood of
landscape.
work.
Yeah.
15 charges of forgery, theft and fraud.
You thought you could have it all.